Thank you for tuning in to We'll Fix It Team. Oh yeah, we're on the journey to go pick up a new old tractor. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for clicking in. We'll Fix It Team it is. Well, I say that team because you're part of this. Makes you a team member. I think so. I like to see all the people in the comment sections. So I want to kind of go over this tractor that we just picked up here and look at it and tell you a little bit about it real quick. What I don't know much about these, I'm going to be doing some research that we're going to learn together, guys. So here we go. This is a Case tractor. I don't know what year this thing is yet. I just got this thing. A friend of mine picked it up. Let me get back so you can see what it looks like far away here, so you can get. It's not a huge tractor, but it's if I stand beside the back wheels, it's up to my shoulders. It's what we got here. We got some 34-inch back tires on it. So, and it's got a really neat old bush hog that's kind of rough, but it works. He was actually bush hogging with it whenever he first got it, and just had it recently. He likes to buy brakes on it, so it was wonky getting it on the trailer. So we got it on there, but what I want to do is kind of go through this thing a little bit, and I mean, it does run, but the oil was a quart low and it looked like it needed servicing. I want to drain and refill the transfer case and all that. We're going to throw a 5-gallon bucket over that shifter so we don't get any more rainwater that possibly could be in the transmission. Now, transmission sounded really good. It was just, the hydraulics worked really well. When I went and bought this thing, he had it sit that the hydraulics were up. The bush hog was up for probably a day, and it held it. So that was pretty impressive. And somebody's converted it over to a one-wire, or well, sort of one-wire, which it's not a self-energizing, GM alternator, but it is considered in that category to be a one-wire, because you only have to hook one wire to the battery, and just one wire to turn it on. The other one will provide you an amp gauge. And then this is the carburetor and the air filter. Now, I noticed this missing right here, so we're going to have to find us another air cleaner lid and get us a new boot and all that, and get that straightened out. And that way, it used a little bit of oil. When I was running it, smoked a little bit. So that's why I don't really want to crank it up anymore. I wouldn't do it now, but this is sort of a part one video. Getting this thing off getting it. Well, we're going to leave it on the trailer for right now, because I'm going to carry it to the other place where I can work on it. But where my fix-it shop is, where I do things on the side. But I'm gonna, in just a second, we're gonna find out what year this thing is. But I wanted to give you another shot of the other side of it. But let's see. Pretty neat trike. Okay, we're gonna find out what year this thing is. The Case, the VA series. That's what I've seen right here. It introduced in 1942 a series of tractors that replaced most Case V series. Although the Case VA looked much like the V, it shared no major components with its predecessor except for the military units. The production of the Case VA was interrupted in July of 1942 due to World War II, and it resumed again in 1944 and continued until 1953, and it started briefly later again and later on in 53, and then continued on a limited basis in 1956. And there's a lot of different models right here. There's just so many of them. I'll leave that there, and you can screenshot that in case you're doing some research on your own. But what we'll do is I'm going to see if I can figure out, we're going to go through a few numbers and see if I can get the right year right quick. All right, so I found this right quick. Take the first and fourth digit and subtract 3 to get the year. For example, the serial number of the 395602 would be a 36 minus 3, which is 1933. Okay, so take the first and fourth digit and subtract 3. So we'll do that. Okay, see how that works out on this tractor here. Okay, so just in case you need to know where the actual serial numbers are on these model tractors, they have a serial number plate right on the dash, and it even said it in the Google box. So when I seen that, I was like, oh man, I hope it's still there. And come to find out, I looked on the dash right here, right where the steering wheel is, and lo and behold, the thing is still there. So let's take a look and see what we have so far as year model right quick. All right, looking at it real closely, we have a 5 and a 2, which means that would be 52. So we subtract 3 from 52, that gives us a 49 model. So yeah, definitely, that's makes this thing kind of you know, in a mid-year, I guess you would call it, you know, from 1940, 41 or 42, all, you know, stopped in 42 3 for a little bit, if I remember right, where we just read, uh, and you know, because of the World War II. So that's pretty cool. But this wouldn't kind of neat if this thing was in that era of the World War II era. But it's you know, still 49. That's when everybody was sort of coming home, I guess. You know, that was an era when things were picking up. I think my history might be off a little bit, but anyways, um, so we're going to dig into this tractor a little bit more, and I just wanted to give you a update, a first, you know, what we're going to do with this thing. We're just going to service it real well, kind of give it a nice little, you know, clean off. This thing doesn't have to be perfect. We can make it really mechanically sound and use it lightly, and it'll last for a long time. It'll live a long time if I use it instead of letting it sit. We'll find some pieces and parts. I'll find the air filter bottom that goes on it, and I'll find the little cap that goes on the top, just so that'll be back like it was, and we'll just make sure everything works and we've got good sound stuff. And I just want to thank you guys for coming over and hanging out and watching my little video here. Please hit the like, subscribe, and share. Tell everybody what's going on. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. We'll Fix It team, and we're out.